This is the question we ask ourselves. Sony head Honcho reflects on decision to sell KPop Demon Hunters to Netflix instead of releasing it theatrically. Would the movie's cultural takedown still have happened if it had gone to theaters first? Netflix's KPop Demon Hunters became the streaming service's most successful original of all time this summer, thanks to its soundtrack of bangers, having a glowing feel-good message that has really stuck with audiences, and its Korean representation. Its popularity led Netflix to bring a sing-along version to theaters for one weekend, which also dominated the box office for its short stay. The movie's trajectory leads one to wonder if Sony Animation should have given it a chance in theaters rather than sell it to Netflix, and yes, the studio's CEO has thought about that too. Sony Pictures CEO Ravi Ahuja was asked whether KPop Demon Hunters could have been viable to go straight to theaters rather than first becoming available to watch with a Netflix subscription during a Thursday conference. Here's what he had to say. "This is the question we ask ourselves. Everyone is asking us too. I don't know. Obviously, in hindsight, it is such a big hit you think maybe it could have. It was during the pandemic. It's K-pop themed. It was a very specific film. Netflix paid the whole cost plus a profit premium to us. At the time it made sense, but in hindsight you think maybe it could have been theatrical, and in fact, Netflix took it to theaters. Surely, if Sony could take a time machine back in time, they might want to see if KPop Demon Hunters could have seen the same success if it went straight to theaters like its other titles, like Spider-Man, Across the Spider-Verse, or some of the earlier Hotel Transylvania movies. Ahuja's comments, via The Hollywood Reporter, illuminate why Sony decided to take it to Netflix instead. For one, it started going into production in 2021, 1 year after the COVID-19 pandemic, and there were some concerns about whether it could perform in an uncertain theatrical climate. Additionally, the studio saw its K-pop theme being perhaps too specific for mainstream audiences and decided not to gamble on it for a wide theatrical audience. Enter Netflix, which paid generously for the movie. Sony Pictures Animation and Netflix have had a solid relationship for years, with the animation division bringing other movies like Vivo, Wish Dragon, and The Mitchells vs. the Machines to the streaming service first. But none of those movies have seen the cultural impact we found with KPop Demon Hunters. Here's what else Ahuja said during the conference on the subject. It started out on Netflix, and word of mouth made it grow. In theatrical, that is a lot harder to do. I think it was in the right home. I think KPop Demon Hunters' right home was Netflix, but yeah, it is an interesting question. Could it have been theatrical? It is hard to say. KPop Demon Hunters' success has proved it has wide appeal. Much of the music became the biggest soundtrack of the year to date, charting on the Billboard Hot 100. Golden is currently at No. 1, and 3 other songs are in the top 10. When it came to theaters, it topped the box office at $20 million, despite the movie not playing in any AMC theater location. It is a curious question that we'll think about for a long time. Would KPop Demon Hunters have been so big if it didn't go to Netflix first? And could it have boosted the 2025 summer box office?